Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am.
Yeah, so previous class I taught you regarding the data. What do you mean by a data? Or how are we collecting that, and what are the types of data? Okay, so I will be asking few questions related to that. Then we will move on to the topic. Okay. Um, Sanam, can you tell what are the different types of data which we use?
Primary,
Primary data and
secondary data.
secondary data. Okay, Alan, can you tell what do you mean by primary data?
Ma'am, data collected by the investigator himself.
Data collected by the investigator himself. Okay. Sandra, can you tell what do you mean by secondary data?
Collecting data from a source.
Collecting data from other source. Okay. Abhilash, can you tell one example for primary data? Any one
Ma'am,
hmm.
a survey or a questionnaire
A survey or a questionnaire by
by the through interview or
by a researcher himself.
uh,
Okay. The example when I ask, you can tell one situation, no problem. Okay. Secondary data, Akshay, no, Nestle, can you tell one example? Nestle for secondary data? Alan Verghese, Krishna Kanti, all on your videos first. Why two Krishna Kanti is seen here? Okay, now it's gone. Okay, tell one example.
Question.
Huh?
Can you repeat the question?
Tell one example for secondary data. You were there previous period, right?
Yes, ma'am, I was there.
Okay, so one example, primary data, secondary data, below that one example was given.
Book published, ma'am.
Yeah, book published or some newspapers, whatever data you are taking from the newspaper, all these things are examples for secondary
Secondary
data.
data.
Okay. Now, how are we collecting the data? Pranav, can you tell how can we collect the data? Through?
Newspapers, internet.
Through newspapers, internet, okay. For personal data, if you are collecting, how it will be? And primary data, primary. Personally, I mean. If you want to have a primary, if you are going to collect a primary data, how are you going to do? Few examples also I told. Hmm? Vishnu, can you tell? Vishnu is here?
Asking questions,
Yes, asking questions. It can be
preparing a questionnaire.
preparing questionnaire, interview, all these comes under collecting primary data, the method of collecting data. Okay. Then I told you that when we are preparing for a interview or a questionnaire, there are some rules and regulations are there. Some rules we have to follow. Omar, where are you? All these days you were absent. What happened to you? Omar? Omar, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened to you?
One time connection was not there, and today morning
Second time?
I overslept.
Second time? It's not one time. 2-3 times you were not there.
Yes, ma'am.
All the time Wi-Fi problem only?
No, ma'am. Today I overslept morning.
Okay, that means you are sleeping late, right?
Yes, ma'am.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Try to sleep early, okay?
Yeah, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, now also sleeping mode or what? Video is not on.
Ma'am, I'll turn it on.
Okay, so when we prepare the questions or questionnaire, we have to be careful. We have to take some precautions, and that is what we were discussing. I'll just bring that, just 1 minute. Okay, so 2-3 things I told you. What are the things you have to keep it in your mind when you prepare the questionnaire or when you prepare questions for interview, all those things we have to keep it in. Some few tips are there to be kept in our mind. Okay, so 3 things which I told you. Akshay, can you tell the 3 things which I told you, 3 or 4 things which I told you? When we prepare a questionnaire, we have to be careful in framing questions, how the questions should be. What is that? First one I told you.
Not to be too long.
It should not be too long. The question should be as short as possible, and it should be okay. Next one.
It should be easy to understand.
It should be easy to understand. It should not be a vague question. It should not be an ambiguous question. It should be a clear question. Precise one it should be. Okay, next one.
It should be arranged in a way that the person who's answering is comfortable with.
Okay, he should feel comfortable. He should not feel that what kind of questions are asked which I cannot answer, or these kind of feelings should not be there when we prepare a questionnaire or when we prepare questions for interview. Next one more is there. One more I told you, right? Sanam, can you tell one more question which I told you? It should move from, what is that? Nobody wrote it down?
General to specific.
Yeah, it should move from general to specific. First we should ask a general question, then we should move to a specific question. One example I told you that is given in your textbook only. Whether electricity supply in your locality is regular. That is a general question. Then they are asking you a question that whether increase in the electricity charges can be justified or not. That is the question. Okay. Now next point it is given when we frame the question, that is, it should be precise and clear. It should be precise and clear in the sense question should be very much clear to the person. There also one example it is given in your textbook. You can see that, did you spend a lot of money on books in a month? That is one question. Another one, how much do you spend on books? That is a clear question. Here another question they are asking, did you spend so much of money on books? That is a question. It's not a clear question. So clear question can be how it will be, how much do you spend on books in a month? That is a clear question. You can tell clearly, this much money I spent on books. So this is an example for a clear question that is given. All these, for many questions they have given example in your textbook. You can see that. Next one, the question should not use double negatives. So in a sentence, you are not doing, don't you, that also should not be applied. So 2 negatives should not be there in the question. That is another rule when we frame the question. That also it's given. Example is given in your textbook. Don't you think smoking should be prohibited? So here should be prohibited is also a negative sentence like that. Don't you, don't. That also is a negative. Negative word, negative sentence. I hope you know in English you use negative words here. Negative in the sense not bad, not that kind. Negative words are there. So that words should not be 2 times. It should not be repeated. It's not that we can't use as a part. We can't use that in a sentence. We can use, but here they are telling when you prepare the questionnaire, avoid that. Okay. Other than that, the question you can ask: do you think smoking should be prohibited? So do you think? Don't you? Don't should not use that. So do you think smoking should be prohibited or not? That is another thing. Another one question you can see, it should not be a leading question. You are asking a question, in that question itself there is a clue for the answer. That should not be there. Okay, same example is given. Would you like, before that, how do you like the flavor of this high quality tea? So there is a clue is given, high quality tea. So high quality tea always will be, what do you feel high quality tea? Quality shows what? Quality, high,
the product quality.
it is of high quality. So answer will be what? High quality will be, answer how it will come? Whenever we hear high quality, we feel that that is very good. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So in the question itself they are asking, how do you like the flavor of this high quality tea. That means flavor will be always good because it is of high quality. So in the question itself, they are giving a clue that how this respondent should answer. So that should not be given. The next one question what they have given here, it is, how do you like the flavor of this tea? How do you like the flavor of this tea? In the sense, they are not telling whether the quality is good or not. So you, at your own wish, you can tell that it is good or bad. The other one is making you to tell that this particular flavor of tea is very good because it is of high quality. The question is framed in such a way that the respondent should give an answer which is already known to the interviewer. Like that it should not be. Okay. So here it should not be a question where you are giving a clue how the respondent should answer. It should not be like that. Another one, it should not indicate alternatives to the answer. Okay, there should not be too many alternatives or yes or no, that kind of things should not be there. Here one question is given, would you like to do a job after college or be a housewife? Here two options are given, two alternatives are given. It should not be like that. What you should give them, what would you like to do after college? It is your wish. It can be either you can go for a job, maybe for higher studies, maybe getting married, all these things. So you should not give an option here or alternatives here to the respondent. So these are the main rules and regulations. You have to keep it in your mind before framing a questionnaire or before making questions for the interview. So, Roseanne, where are you? Roseanne, are you there? Okay, just tell me what all points we have to keep it in our mind when we prepare a questionnaire.
The question should not be too long.
It should not be too long.
It should be understandable.
It should be understandable.
And it should be arranged in an order that the person can feel comfortable answering it.
Yeah, comfortably the person can answer. Then?
It should be from general to specific order.
Okay.
It should be precise and clear.
Okay.
There should not be double negatives.
Double negatives should not be there.
There should not be a clue towards the answer.
Yeah, we should not give a question which gives an answer, which gives clue to an answer, to that particular answer. Yes?
There should not be alternatives to the answer.
Yeah, there should not be any alternatives to the answer. You ask a question, alternative or answer will be given by the person. It should be like that. Okay. Now, there are two types of questions. That is, one is closed-ended or structured questions. Another one is open-ended or unstructured questions. Okay. So, two types of questions are there. Which are they? Closed-ended or structured questions. I will tell you what it is. Open-ended or unstructured questions. Now, closed-ended means, or a structured question mean, it can be either a two-way question or a multiple choice question. Okay. So there are if we talk about a closed-ended or structured question, it can be a two-way question or multiple choice question. Two-way question in the sense, if you ask a question, yes or no, that answer will come. Okay. So closed, once more I am telling, questionnaire can consist of two types of question. Which are they, Alan Burgess? Alan, which are they? Alan Verghese. Audio videos, that is better because I cannot see you people. Huh?
Ma'am, my video is on.
Your video is on and I can't see you. Others can see?
Ma'am, due to network issue, ma'am.
Okay. Everyone is having network issue, I feel.
Ma'am, your audio is not clear.
My audio is not clear. Very good. I said your video is not seen. My audio is not clear. This is too much, okay? Before you didn't tell then. Hello, where are you? When teacher is telling, I will tell this, right? Yes? Is it like that? Why you didn't tell me before, Alan? You should have told me that my voice is not clear. What about others? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. 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 So here coming, so I am not asking Ellen any question. Okay, that's better, right? I should not ask you any question. Ellen? Okay. Akshay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So two types of questions I told. Which are those two types of questions?
The questionnaire may consist of close-ended or open-ended.
Or open-ended. Close-ended is also known as structured question. Open-ended is also known as unstructured question. Now again coming to the close-ended or structured question, you can see it can be two-way question or multiple choice question. You know that what is multiple choice question. When we say two-way question, the answer will be yes or no. Okay, like do you like coffee? What answer it can be? Yes or no. Yes, I like, or no, I don't like. It can be like that. So, like that two-way question it can be, or multiple choice question. Okay, multiple choice question, you know that there will be one question, below that options might have given. So, it is your choice that which one is apt for you or which one is proper for you. Okay, so like that two kinds of questions you can see. Now, or sometimes you know that one example they have given in your textbook. Why did you sell your land? Answers, I mean options what they have given: to pay off the debt, to finance children's education, to invest it in another property, any other. Then bracket they have given, please specify. So maybe these three options are not for you. Maybe you are using that money for some other purpose. So any other it is given, and bracket it is given, specify for what purpose you sold your land. So it can be like this also. Okay. So these MCQ always they give you choice, and at the same time from that you have to choose. Now closed ended questions, if you see, it is very easy for you to answer. It doesn't take much time also. Is very easy to score. Maybe 1 mark for one particular question. Like that you can do it, and you can find out the answers very easily. Okay, or from the given option which one is the answer, correct one, it's very easy for you to mark and find out the score here. Now another one you can see, when the alternatives are given, if we should take care that, for example in this question which I told you, why did you sell your land, you have to take care that if any options are not appropriate for the respondent, you should give a choice that any other and specify. If any other is not given, the respondent feel that no answer is related to his whatever he is answering, or no answer is there for him to choose, so he may leave the question. So that should not be there. We have to, whenever we frame the question, we should give a chance to the respondent to answer it properly. Otherwise, he may give a wrong answer and finish it off. Otherwise, he may feel that, okay, one answer is there, I'll just mark it off and give it to them. Like that, it should not be there. Now, when we mark, sometimes you know, when one more drawback also is there, if we are giving any other. If you are giving any other, there is a drawback also. The respondent can write anything which the researcher might have not foreseen or might have not thought of. So that also should not be there. So whenever when we are framing the questions in such a way, you can include all the possible options, but at the same time, if any other is given, he should expect that sometimes the answers may come which is not within the expectation of this particular researcher. Okay. Next one you can see, related to closed-ended question, you can see, I told that it is very easy to use, it is very easy to score also, it is very easy for analysis, because all the respondents can choose from the given options, because not much options are given. Now, open-ended question, what is the difficulty? It is according to your own wish you are going to respond. The person who is giving answer, they have their own idea about the question. So it is very difficult to interpret because you are not giving a particular option or anything here. For example, one question is given in your textbook. What is your view about globalization? It's a question where I can give one answer, maybe another respondent can give another kind of action or answer, or maybe all the answers will be totally different. So it will be very difficult for the researcher to come to a conclusion. So open-ended questions are something like that. You give a question, general question, what the respondent are responding, the ways will be different, the answers will be different. So it will be very difficult to find out the solution or to come to a analysis. It will be very difficult here. So these are the two types of questions what we use in the interview or in the questionnaires like that. What are they? Closed ended or structured question, open ended or unstructured questions here. Now there are various methods through which we can collect the data. Now I want someone, you all know your class students, right? Yes or no? Whether you have studied together or you were all in different classes. Tell, reply.
Some of them were in same classes.
Some of them. How many sections were there for you?
3 sections.
3 sections were there. Okay. Okay. So, okay, you don't know much about your friends. Okay. So I just want. Yes.
We know all the others, only new students we don't know.
Only new students you don't know. Okay. Who are those new students?
Me.
Who is that me?
Abhilash.
Okay. Then?
Me.
Me don't tell. Sandra. Sandra, where were you studying then?
I used to be Milla.
Okay. Irinjalakuda only. Okay. 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 Then remaining all somewhat you know, right?
I'm Nestle.
Nestle also. Nestle, where were you?
Holy Grace.
Okay. Then only 3, right? Okay. All others somewhat you know among them who are they. Okay. So I want one person. Can anyone volunteer to conduct an interview? Or otherwise I will call out your name. You have to conduct interview. Interview for to get an admission in the college. Anyone? Otherwise I will call out. And you have to frame the questions also. I will not give any question. You have to frame question. We will do an activity and we'll enjoy, right? Someone take the lead. No one. Hello, you are going to be an interviewer, so please. No, nobody wants. All many switched off the video so that the teacher should not call me, right? That is it like that? Someone fast.
Ma'am, I'll take it.
Who is that? I'll take it.
Omar.
Omar, very good. Okay, Omar, what you have to do? You have to frame a few questions. I don't think it's very difficult. It's mainly to get an admission in a college. So you know how to prepare the questions, what it should be. So that whatever be the subject you can decide. Okay, or which kind of college, whether it is engineering, medicine and all these things you can decide. And I want one person to get interviewed. Who is that? Who can? One person should be there in front of interviewer, right? Who can come? Omar, your friend is here? Omar.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. What is
Who is that friend?
Sanam.
Huh? Sanam. Okay. Sanam, can you? Sanam, trapped, huh? Sanam, where are you? Sanam, He is not here or what now? He went? Okay, let it be Sanam only. It will be a surprise for him then. Yes? Sanam, tell Sanam, okay? That one interview will be there. Omar, don't help too much. What are the questions you are going to ask? Okay? You have to ask, you can maybe discuss how should be the interview, you can discuss, okay? But all the questions don't leak out. Few questions you can discuss with him, no problem, but it should not be like how you people are doing in English. What is that? One a scene you used to do, right? What is that? What do you call for that?
Role play.
Huh?
Role play?
Yes, yes, yes. It should not be like that. Few questions you can discuss, there is no problem in that. But other way, some questions, there should be some serious questions you can prepare. Okay, so Sanam, please inform him regarding this. And you both will be doing on Monday. Okay,
Yes,
now you are getting Saturday, Sunday you are getting. So you can frame some questions and you can discuss also. But I told not all the questions. Some easy questions and all you can put up. Right. So prepare for that, and we will do it on Monday. So that will be a little bit interesting. Okay, we want to see how you people are doing an interview. Okay. Okay then. So next is regarding mode of data collection. Okay. How are we going to collect the data? That is what? Mode of data collection. There are three methods for collecting the data. One is personal interview. Another one, you mail the questions, whatever questions you have with you, that can be mailed. Mailing surveys. Another one, telephone interviews. Now, out of these three, one has become much popular in today's world. Which one it is? Or video conferencing also can come. That is not given in your textbook. But nowadays it is more prominent. Which one is more prominent in these years?
Conferencing.
Video conferencing, or you can say telephone interviews. Why this telephone interviews are becoming more prominent nowadays? What is the reason for that?
We cannot go outside and
yes, very good, very good. We cannot go out, or we cannot socialize with others, or its personal meetings are not done nowadays because of this pandemic. So you can see that we are conducting these telephone interviews or video conferencing and all. So it is becoming much popular nowadays. So three basic methods for collecting data, which are they? Personal interviews, mailing surveys or questionnaires will be mailed to the people from whom we want the answers. Another one, telephone interviews. Now, here in this one method, it is self-administered. Which method is self-administered?
Mailing.
Mailing comes under self-administered. Self-administered in the sense it is done by the respondent without the presence of researcher or without the presence of investigator or enumerator. Okay, so mailing surveys is self-administered by the respondent because there are no one to influence this particular person. Next, in this three methods I told, now what do you mean by personal interviews? Now here, what is the speciality? Who will be doing the interview? The researcher. So researcher has a personal access with everyone. What do you mean by personal access with everyone? What is that? He has direct contact with the respondent. Okay, so that one benefit you can see that the researcher, whoever is conducting the interview, he has a personal access or a personal contact with the respondents here. Okay. Now, or you can see face to face they will be sitting and the researcher will be asking questions here. This is this kind of interview, this kind of data collection, we call it as interview or a personal interview. Now, why do we prefer personal interview? Is there any reason that always we say that, especially for when going for a job and all, we always prefer personal interview? Is there any reason for that?
Yes.
Yes.
For understanding, if you're doing a job interview, to understand who you're employing and their body language and how they're.
Yes, how the person is responding, whether he is the way, whether he has any problem. I mean, when you interview someone, sometimes if there is any disability that we can come to know, or the body language what he using, that we can come to know, or the amount of confidence level how the person is having, that also we can come to know. Like that, personal interviews, it has a lot of benefits also. Okay, so you can just have you written down these three things?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, below that you just write the heading personal interview. Just write it. Just write it, personal interview. Below that, first point, researcher has access to all the members. Researcher has access to all the members. Researcher has access to all the members.
Ma'am, could you repeat?
Researcher has access to all the members. Next point, conducts face-to-face interviews. Conducts face-to-face interviews. Okay, now next you write personal interviews are preferred. Personal interviews are preferred due to various reasons.
Face to face.
Face to face interview with the respondents. Okay, don't write now. All those who are writing the third point, just wait. Conducts, this is the previous point, conducts face to face interviews with the respondents. Second point, okay. Third one, personal interviews are preferred due to various reasons. Personal interviews are preferred due to various reasons. First point, below that first point you write, or you put ABC like that. Personal contact is made. Personal contact is made. Second point, B you write. Personal contact is made. Now B, the opportunity of explaining the study. The opportunity of explaining the study and answering the queries and answering the queries of respondents. Answering the queries of the respondents. Third one, misinterpretation and misinterpretation and misunderstanding, misinterpretation and misunderstanding can be avoided. Can be avoided. In the sense, because these two are sitting face to face, there is no chance of any misunderstanding. If any doubt is there, the respondent can ask and get it clarified if anything he wants to ask. So there is no chance of misunderstanding. Next one, can watch the reactions of respondent. Can watch the reactions of respondent. Reactions of respondent, and can provide supplementary information. And can provide supplementary information. So these are all coming under the merits of personal interview. Okay. Now can you think of some demerits? You compare that personal interview and the mailed questionnaire. Can you think of some demerits? Anyone?
It will be more costly.
It will be more costly. Okay, correct. Then what about the time? Yes, listen, personal interviews, you know that from the morning till evening, even if you conduct also, sometimes it is not completed. You might have seen that kind of situation. But at the same time, mailed questionnaire, you send it to the person, they will fill it up and send it back to you very fast manner. Okay, so personal interview, it's not that every time we can say, we can't say that it is a very good one. It has its merits also, at the same time it has some demerits. Okay, now you can just write demerits. Demerits, write it down. The first one, it is expensive. It is expensive. Sometimes what happens, for the interview, we have to keep a person for interview. Trained people only can interview the others. We can't go and sit for the interview. So like that, some trained interviewers should be there. So for hiring them or making them to sit there, we have to pay money. So it is expensive. Second one, it takes longer time to complete the survey. It takes longer time to complete the survey. It takes longer time to complete the survey. Next point, presence of researcher may inhibit respondents from saying what they really think. Presence of researcher may inhibit respondents from saying what they really think. See, sometimes what happens, any researcher is coming to your house, okay, or he wants to ask few questions to you. Maybe from a soap company they are coming. So he is working in the soap company. He is asking you, how is the soap? So what answer we will give? Can we say on their face that this is not good, or this is like that? Can we say? We may feel. We can say no problem, but some respondents may feel that why to say this, or they will feel bad. This kind of mentality will be there. Yes or no? Okay, so because of that reason, that is what we call it as inhibit. It will not allow the person to that our product is good or not. Like that, when they ask, we feel that why to say it is not good. If really sometimes that product is good, so we say that okay, it's good, no problem. Like that we say. So that is what, when the researcher is present there, respondent may feel that or respondent may not express him properly. So that is a drawback of personal interview. So 3 points you have written for personal interview, right? Demerits.
Yeah.
Rahul, can you read it out? What you have written?
Ma'am, it's expensive
It is expensive.
and it takes long time to complete it.
Yes, long time. It takes long time. Then
Presence of researcher may inhibit respondents from saying what they
inhibit in the sense it will what do you say, it will not allow that person to talk freely, okay, or it will deter that person to talk freely. Okay, so this is what related to the demerits. Now I will just take the attendance. Abdul Aman, absent. Ellen Thomas,
Present, ma'am.
Ellen Burgess,
Present, ma'am.
Anish,
Present, ma'am.
Aparna,
Present, ma'am.
Krishna Kanti,
Present, ma'am.
Krishna Nunni,
Present, ma'am.
Naveen, absent. Nestle,
Present, ma'am.
Akshay,
Present, ma'am.
Pavitra,
Present, ma'am.
Pranav,
Present, ma'am.
Rahul,
Present, ma'am.
Sayujya,
Present, ma'am.
Vinay,
Present, ma'am.
Vishnu,
Present, ma'am.
Roseanne.
Present, ma'am.
Previous period you didn't join, Roseanne.
Ma'am,
Okay.
I did, but my net.
Okay. Abhiram, Manoj Kumar, absent. Is he in economics? He didn't come, I think, before also. Abhiram is in Abhilash class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you check whether he is in economics?
Ma'am, I don't really have a mean to check it with my
Ah,
mouse.
okay, you don't know maybe. Okay. Abhijit,
Present, ma'am.
present. Abhilash, present.
Present, ma'am.
Amal, present.
Present.
Vasuri, Kevin, absent. One period he come. Then Omar, present. Sanam, absent. But Sanam I saw in the beginning, I feel. Sandra, present. Okay, then bye all. We'll meet you on Monday. So Omar, please prepare and come. We will have a good interview, okay?
Yes,
Omar,
ma'am.
okay. Thank you then. Bye everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.